Hello, I'm Dr. Sam Forlenza, and welcome to Doctor's Health Solutions. Let me tell you a little bit about who we are and why we do the things that we do. You see, our goals are to help people develop correct eating habits, transform the way they think about food so we can get permanent changes, and obviously provide treatment that helps aid in weight loss, the loss of inches, help you feel great, and have more energy. But first, before I go any further, let me tell you a little bit about a story of a fellow I know. You see, this man was in his early 50s. He has a beautiful wife, along with three wonderful children, and a fantastic dog that loves to play baseball. But one night in February, back in 2012, disaster struck. This man was rushed to the hospital because he was suffering from a severe heart attack. He almost died from not only the heart attack, but from complications of a dangerous procedure. You see, some of you may know this man already. This man is me. So let me tell you this. You all know what my why was to get healthy and to lose weight. So I have to ask you, what is your why? Okay, why are you all here? Please don't let things get out of control. Don't be the next heart attack victim. You see, problems that you are experiencing could actually be resolved through correct eating. Are you fatigued? Are you overweight? Are you stressed out? Today we'll show you how our office can help you with your weight and health problems. You see, our society has a real problem. According to the CDC, 69% of adults and 34% of children are actually overweight. So, why is my weight loss system so different? You see, many people think that you have to lose weight and then get healthy. But really, the truth is, you have to get healthy first, then lose the weight. We have to start by getting you healthy first. So, before I begin, I ask you, what is your why? This is so important. What is your why? People want to lose weight for various reasons. Maybe it's a new job interview. Maybe you're depressed and have low self esteem. Maybe you're going on vacation. Or I hope not, maybe you've received a bad report from your doctor. If you want to change your life for the better and get healthy, this is the place. Now, this is really funny. Even though we advertise weight loss, we are a health program. But the funny thing is, we advertise becoming healthy and no one calls. But then we turn it around and we advertise weight loss, the phone rings off the hook. So it's important to realize how we're going to get you healthy first. You're going to lose the weight. That's a given. But in our program here, our goal is to get you healthy. And this is very important when we compare it to other programs out there. Make no mistake, this program is going to get you healthy. It's going to change your life. And you know what? It's going to keep the weight off for good. We help a lot of people. We help them lose weight. Take Gary on the left hand bottom corner there. Gary lost over 50 pounds. We do things like help support lowering blood pressure, reduce medication, like Thomas down there in his before and after picture. Thomas is in his late 60s, early 70s, and he lost 47 pounds. But to get healthy, you must address a few things. Some of the things are like insulin resistance. This is where the body can no longer soak up the excess sugar. Or leptin resistance. That we'll go into more later on in this program, but you'll see how the signal to the brain is cut off, not letting the body help lose weight correctly. Or maybe leaky gut syndrome. This is this is where candida or sugar actually grows tentacles down into your intestines, causing these holes where actually food particles will drip down directly into your bloodstream, which is no good, causing poor proper digestion and not and then causing things like food allergies. Candida, this we're going to go into a lot. Candida is actually formed in your gut. Okay, and if we have an abundance of candida, which we're going to show here in a second, how this thing could wreak havoc. And also we're going to talk of things like emotional eating, stress, diet and nutrition, and exercise. So you must address all of those elements. If you do not, you will have a failed weight loss program and the weight will come back. This is what's different about my program. This is what's different about why so many people have that yo-yo diets where they try to take weight off and the weight comes back on once they go off this so-called diet. You have to get healthy, and these things that I just went over, which we'll explain more in detail, will actually keep the weight off long term. So, in order to do this, we must detoxify the liver and heal the gut. All right, let's talk about this. Your thyroid helps control your metabolism. Believe it or not, 70 to 80% of the conversion of the thyroid to act properly occurs in the liver and the gut. So, in your belly there, okay, we have got to detoxify the liver and clean out that candida that I was just talking about. Once we do that, that enables the thyroid to act properly and start to rev up your metabolism. So now we turn your body into a fat burning machine, not a fat storage place. So, if your liver and gut are not properly detoxified, it throws off your entire metabolism. Okay, our program consists of a couple things. You have access to your own accountability coach. I think this is very, very important. We're here for you 24/7. You'll come in once a week for what we call a whole body composition analysis. It's like a baseline, and we'll explain that. You'll receive special exercises such as body vibration, which actually helps increase metabolism. And yes, we have these fantastic wraps that were actually tested and founded at UCLA Medical Center to help you lose 4 to 14 inches off your waist immediately after. Okay, and this is not water weight. And we have SMT technology. It's actually a brain balancing technique used to increase metabolism and decrease cortisol. Now, a lot of those other programs, I can put you out there, okay, and tell you that to not eat, put you on a 500 calorie diet. And yes, weight will come off. You'll lose weight. But in our program, it's unlimited eating. Eat till you're full and till you're content, okay? You eat things like turkey, chicken, fish, rice, beans, unlimited vegetables, just to name a few. So remember, once we detoxify your liver, along with along with cleaning your gut, your cravings will disappear. Let me go over this. You see, sometimes when we eat a big meal, maybe like eating after Thanksgiving, you eat your big meal, and then maybe 20 minutes, an hour or so, you start saying, I want something else. You don't know exactly what you want, but your cravings are there. And this is what happens is we're going to talk more about how we're going to eliminate those cravings by detoxifying your liver, cleaning up that candida, so once again we can activate that thyroid to help you increase your metabolism. Here is a colleague of mine, Dr. Mark. Um, I want you to listen to him. It's a very simple but powerful explanation on how our program works, and I want to share it with you because I think he does a wonderful job.
Let me tell you a little bit about how things work. If you eat anything that is sugar or turns to sugar, your body is going to release insulin. And when insulin gets released, it is the biggest fat storing hormone in your body. So the thing that our program controls is insulin. Now, why is that important? Well, what people don't know is that sugar is very, very toxic in your bloodstream. This is why people with uncontrolled diabetes lose their vision, lose their toes, lose their feet, okay? Because the sugar is toxic. Now, this sugar goes through, it was told to me that sugar is like razor blades in your system. Everywhere it goes through, it nicks and cuts. Well, what happens is you start having scar tissue repair in there, and then what comes down the line? Cholesterol, and cholesterol sticks to it, and everybody's blaming cholesterol as being the bad guy. Cholesterol is not the bad guy, it's sugar. So the first thing you need to realize is it's the sugar in your diet. Well, how does it work? If you eat anything that is sugar or turns to sugar, your body has to release insulin. And I'm going to give you a little bit of example here. Don't mind my crude drawing. If you eat anything that is sugar that turns to sugar, things out of a box, bag, or can, pastas, sodas, okay, obviously sugar candy and things of that nature, you are going to release insulin. And insulin has a key to every cell in your body. That's a key. Now, what's it going to do with this toxic sugar? Well, the first place it wants to stick it is in your muscle. And this makes sense. Why? Because you want to stick that sugar in your muscle so throughout the day you're going to work and you're going to burn it off. That makes perfect sense. But after a while, on what they call SAD, our standard American diet, we've ingested so much sugar that your body will no longer accept it in its muscle. So what's the body going to do with it? The next place it's going to stick it is in your liver. It sticks it in your liver and it will store it as glycogen for later on. So what happens if you didn't eat all day and all of a sudden you need a burst of energy? That's where it comes from. But because of the standard American diet, so much sugar, guess what? Your liver won't accept it anymore. So now what's your body going to do with it? Well, the third place it's going to stick it is in your fat. And you will continue to get fatter and fatter and fatter until your fat cells will reject it. And you know what happens when that happens? You now are a type 2 diabetic. That's type 2 diabetes in a nutshell. Overexposure to sugar, your body can no longer deal with it. It doesn't know where to stick it. Your body's finally rejected it and it has said no to it. So, what is the medical approach? Let's pour more insulin into your body. Now they're pouring even more fat storing hormone into your body. Or they want to give you a medication that's going to try to get your body more sensitive to insulin, and it has 6 feet of side effects to it. Or you can cleanse your liver, cleanse your tissues, adjust your diet, cleanse yourself out, make yourself insulin sensitive again. We have reversed type 2 diabetes here many a times, because what happens is we make the fat sensitive again, the liver sensitive again, the muscle sensitive again, and then you don't need to be taking all that medication. The other thing I want to talk to you about, which a lot of people don't know about, is what's something called leptin sensitivity and being resistant to leptin. Leptin is a master hormone in the body. It was discovered in 1998. Up until that time, we just thought fat was a storage center. Okay, it's just a place to stick things. What we have learned now is your fat is as much of an organ as your heart, lung, tissues, everything. So here's your body. Don't mind the crude drawing again. Okay? Here's your fat. How does your brain know how big and small you are? It doesn't go by looking in the mirror. Inside your brain is the hypothalamus, okay? The hypothalamus waits to get contacted by leptin. So a lot of fat, a lot of leptin. So if you're fat or obese, lots of leptin being released. It tells the hypothalamus what? I got a lot of fat here, I'm obese. The hypothalamus says, we better turn up your metabolism and turn down your appetite. Does that make sense? Of course it does. If you're big enough, why would your body tell you to go eat? It's going to tell you you're not hungry, and it's going to tell you, hey, let's burn this off. Now, if you're too skinny and you're starving or you don't have any fat, there's not that much leptin going to your brain. So what happens? Not a lot of leptin. The brain says, oh my gosh, we're too skinny. What's it going to tell you to do? Increase your appetite. Go forage for food, and it's going to decrease your metabolism. If you're skinny, you don't want to burn a little bit of fat you have, and you want to go out and eat. It makes sense, correct? So, what happens if you're really heavy and obese, and you have tons of leptin being released, but your brain's not getting the message? That's called leptin resistance. Obese people, overeating, alcohol, stress, toxins. We're exposed to over 70,000 different toxins at any one time in our lifetime. It makes you leptin resistant. So your brain is waiting for the phone call from leptin. It's not getting it. So here we have somebody who's overweight. Okay? Their brain is telling them that they're underweight, so they want them to go lie down and rest and go raid the refrigerator. So this is why, again, they call people who are heavy fat and lazy. They're not fat and lazy. Their body thinks they're too skinny, and it will not release the weight, and it's telling them to go raid the refrigerator. So these are a couple of things that we address. The other thing we address is candida and leaky gut syndrome. What does that mean? Inside your gut, you have yeast called Candida albicans. Okay? Again with the drawing. So you have Candida albicans here. You also have gut flora, which is the bacteria. You need both Candida and you need this gut flora in order to have digestion. You need them both. And they keep each other in check. If one tries to get too big, the other one brings it down. If the other one tries to get too big, the other one brings it down. It works synergistically with each other. Well, what happens when we take all these antibiotics or eat food that has antibiotics in it? Prednisone, birth control, stress, alcohol. It knocks down your good flora. And what do you think this yeast does? It runs wild. Okay? You get yeast running wild all over your body. And what does this yeast want to eat? It wants to be fed sugar. So your cravings for sugar increase even more. The other thing this yeast is, it gets into your intestines, it starts literally laying roots down and can poke holes in your intestines, cause leaky gut syndrome. Well, why is that bad? Well, besides poking holes in your gut, food will actually go from your intestines into your bloodstream. It's not supposed to do that. And your body will think it's a foreign matter and make antibodies against it. And what happens? You now have food allergies. So our program is going to get Candida under control, make you more leptin sensitive, more insulin sensitive. Okay, these are all the things that this program is going to do. Okay, the reason why something like a Weight Watchers doesn't work is because you can make a point system. Let's say 100 points. I can make you 5 dishes of 100 points. 3 of those dishes are going to release insulin and can be fat storing. 2 of them won't be. So the point system doesn't work. You can't go by the point system. You have to go what foods is going to make your body release insulin. If you don't turn off insulin, you cannot lose weight. Period. This is a fact. So our whole program allows you to eat till you're full because the foods we're telling you to eat and enjoy are not going to cause the release of insulin. Then what is your body going to do? It's going to turn to your fat stores and start burning off this fat as fuel. That's the difference between my program and any other program.
Okay, here I have a chart. It was a study of certain trends in America starting in 1985. And if what you can see here is these certain states have a different color of blue, meaning that 10 to 14% of the population of those states are actually obese. But let's see what happens. As the years go on, these trends in more and more states become obese. Okay? 1990, 91. Now take a look at this. In 91, we have a new category. In certain states, okay, 15 to 19% of their population has become obese. Let's look to see what happens. Okay, 92, 3, okay, 4, 5, okay, 6. Okay, again, 1997. Now watch where your states are. Okay, all right. Here we have a category that's now shown we have 20% of obesity in certain states, and the chart keeps moving on and on. 99, 2000. Okay, Once again, wow, look at this. 2001, a new category just came on. 25% of state population is now obese. And it goes on and on from there. 2004, okay, 5. Look at this, another category. This trend is absolutely awful. Okay, now 30% of state populations are considered obese. 2006 and on, 2008. Okay, it just keeps going. Okay, okay. So here you have a 25-year trend study that shows how this country back in 1985 to 2010 has increased in obesity. Okay, and they predict it to keep going up and up. By the year 2030, they predict, according to the study published in the Journal of Obesity, that 90% of Americans will actually be overweight by the year 2030. And this is frightening. Look what happened to me. Weight gain, obesity, is one of the main reasons why we have to face with heart disease, other things like cancer, diabetes, and many other life-shortening conditions. You see, this is why it's important to address these situations. Okay, this is why we're different with this program. Yes, yes, we are going to lose weight. I know that's everyone's goal, but I want to really let everyone understand that as we're reaching your goals of weight loss, we're going to get you healthy because we realize that as people get busier and busier in our fast paced lives, we don't eat right. These foods don't provide proper nutrients, and the body actually will begin to store more and more fat. You know, most weight loss programs actually profit from selling prepackaged foods from a box, bag, or can. And I know that you've seen these advertisements all over, but once again, they're not addressing what we talked about before. If you take any one of these products, it increases insulin, it increases sugar. So what happens? Like we talked about, now candida rises. Okay? And if candida rises, we can't allow the thyroid to act properly to metabolize. So again, these are why some of these products, and mostly all of them, do not keep the weight off for long periods of time because they don't address the real problem. This is why we're different in this program. See, according to the World Health Organization, processed foods are the cause of increased obesity rates and disease, including cancer and heart disease. We must start changing how we eat and why we eat. You know, it's not your fault. We've been subjected to these advertising claims back to the 50s. What you're looking at now is actually an actual ad, a true ad that was distributed back into the 50s. Let me read to you. Laboratory tests over the last few years have proven that babies who start drinking soda during that early formative period have a much higher chance of gaining acceptance and fitting in during those awkward preteen and teen years. So do yourself a favor. Do your child a favor. Start them on a strict regime of sodas and other sugary carbonated beverages right now for a lifetime of guaranteed happiness. It promotes active lifestyle, boosts personality, and gives body its essential sugars. Oh my gosh. But you know what? We're still getting attacked today, even today. I don't have to tell you who what this advertisement is coming from, okay? But this advertisement says that we can put happiness is simple by eating a happy meal. It's just terrible what we're doing to ourselves, our family, and our children. So, when you embark on a weight loss program, you should do it because many reasons. You want to enjoy your life to the fullest. You don't want to miss out on any valuable life experiences because you're overweight and unhealthy. How many times have your children or grandchildren want to do something? Or you know what? Like me, your family depends on you. You have to be functioning at 100% to help the ones that you love. When you come in for your one-on-one evaluation, we'll help you find out how your metabolism is working properly. So wait, Are you thinking I don't have the willpower to eat less? Okay. You can't quit eating sugar or stop drinking colas? Okay. Or are you thinking I want to lose weight, but I don't think I can change my habits? Well, remember we talked about the candida. When we get rid of and detox and clean out candida, what you're going to find is that you see, candida wants sugar. It's not you, it's the candida. That's where the urges come. But they want you to think that you can't change because of your thinking or your willpower. It has nothing to do with willpower or the way that you think. You got to detox and clean out that candida. Once you do that, your cravings will stop. You'll go right by the snack bar at lunch because you don't want it. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have something nice every now and then. I'm not saying that. That would be unrealistic. But this is how our program is different. So don't worry. As you know, there's hope and we can help. So, how do you cleanse your liver so it can aid in the weight loss? Remember, your liver also plays a big part as well as your gut for candida. You have to detox, okay? So we provide fantastic detoxification processes that actually remove and eliminate these bad toxins. You know, I don't know. I remember hearing about when I was a kid that these airplanes, these biplanes, used to go over the farmer's land and crop dusters, they used to call them, and spray the chemicals that would help supposedly help our food grow better. Well, nowadays with technology, they're actually inserting these chemicals to alter the food. There is no more crop dusters. They're putting it right into your food, so we're exposed to these toxins. And again, this is why I drum it home. Toxins in the liver and candida. You have to get rid of this stuff, then your body will be balanced and work normally. Increase thyroid to help rev up metabolism. So again, a detoxification program uses whole foods and herbs to give the body the resources it needs to purify itself and get to its proper weight. So don't be worried about willpower. We just talked about that. We'll help you. Okay? And like I said, this happened to me many times. I would see something and get this stimulus, but I just want to really go over this how your willpower will be decreased substantially. I'm sorry, how you don't have to worry about your willpower anymore once we have properly detoxed. So when your liver is cleansed and the cravings will disappear, that's the big thing. See, they just try to condition us that it's our problem mentally. It's not. But this will all begin and start as soon as you begin the detoxification process. And again, it's a steady balance. If you don't balance that candida and those liver toxins, okay, then we can't get your thyroid working properly. So we have to have everything balanced. And again, this is why some weight programs, you'll lose the weight, but the weight comes back on. Remember, I showed you just a slide about these Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig programs. They're quick fixes. The weight is gone, but as soon as you stop, the weight comes back because we still have to uh, uh, um, worry about this candida and the detoxification process. So again, clean up this liver. It's important for functioning optimally. We offer plenty of different programs. We're really excited about what we have. So we can help you no matter what your goal is. Whether you want to lose weight, recover from chronic pain, improve your health, or just feel better, we can help. You see, included is a computerized symptom analysis that includes a weight loss assessment, a low energy thyroid pre-diabetes assessment, a nutritional evaluation, a hormonal analysis. You get an evaluation with the doc, and you'll get a complete report of findings. And we call this a body composition analysis. It's your baseline that we'll start with, and we'll sit down and we'll go over everything, and you'll understand where you're at and where you're going to go. Now, if you're like me, when I used to step on my scale, it didn't say help, it used to say get off, bucko. Okay? But how many of you are at the point where you're just really fed up and just want to eliminate your weight problem? Okay? Well, when you, like I just said, when you come in for your personalized one-on-one, you'll receive this BCA, and we'll go over exactly what health problems and challenges that you have and help you understand it. We've helped thousands of patients go from sick and tired to feeling great. So, if you're experiencing weight issues, low energy, or depression, and you have not already scheduled your free one-on-one personalized body composition analysis, we call it a BCA, and it's a weight loss evaluation. It's valued at $125, absolutely free. I urge you to call our office. Our number is right there is 859-777-2149. Remember, you've got nothing to lose except the weight. Now, I will tell you, due to limited capacity, this offer is only valid for the first 25 new patients each month. We can only take so many new patients per month. Anyway, at the end of this video, you're going to see, just take a moment of some of the additional testimonials that we have, and I think that you'll be very pleased. Talk to you soon, and thank you.
Before my program, life was different. I was tired all the time, and I knew I was overweight and I didn't like it, but a lot of times it didn't really register in my head how overweight I was until I would see a picture. When I would see myself and realize how large I actually was, I would kind of fall into a depression. Kept me from opening up and being myself with other people, with my children. I couldn't play with them as comfortably. I always felt like I was a ball when I had to roll off the couch to get up. I did the 12-week Candida diet and I lost 53 pounds. I feel great. I feel I have a lot more energy, and I don't feel as lethargic and tired all the time. And I can play with my children a lot more comfortably. Since my program, my life has changed a lot because I've become a lot more comfortable with myself, and I've actually, going on my program kind of started off a self-awareness project, kind of, if you will. Like, I kind of accepted that I was battling depression while I was on my diet, and was able to, because I was comfortable with talking to people about the program I was on and what I was doing to change my life, that also opened up me being able to talk to them about what was going on with my mental health. And so I was able to get the help I needed for that, and be more open in a lot of my relationships, my husband and my family, siblings, and it's been great. If you at all have a desire to change your life, change how you look or feel, be healthy, do it.
Hi, I'm John, and this is my second testimonial. I started the program 14 weeks ago, and at the time I was over 200 pounds. I was on 5 different medications, 3 for diabetes, 1 for cholesterol, and 1 for blood pressure. After starting the program, my blood sugars got low enough that I just quit taking my medicines, and so I've been off of my medicines for the last 13.5 weeks. And my previous testimonial, I had dropped 25 pounds. Well, yesterday I hit the big 40. And at my work, we were doing the Biggest Loser contest for the last 12 weeks. And 8 out of the 12 weeks, I lost the most during the week. And at the end of the 12 weeks, I was the biggest loser. And I feel a lot better. I have a lot more energy. I've gone from a size 38 waist down to a size 32. And overall, I just feel great.
My name is Jen Kelsch, and I did the 12-week Candida program. Depressing at times and frustrating, and I kept getting bigger with each baby that I had, and it was discouraging and didn't know how to get back down. I've tried cleanses, I've tried cutting out foods, tried not eating as much, tried working out, but I wasn't consistent with any of it. I lost 34 pounds and 34 inches, and I feel great. It was challenging at times, but very rewarding, very rewarding. I've had a lot more confidence and been a lot more energetic and happier. I would say that I loved it. I really am glad that I did it. Just be strong and you'll get the results that you want.
To the Lighthouse, I had gone probably 30 years without a good night's sleep. I had horrendous sweet cravings. At work they often have lots of treats and I could never pass a treat tray. I was having trouble digesting my food. And since I've gone on the program, I've slept very soundly, almost like a baby. The first night I slept all night, I woke up thinking something was wrong. The cravings are totally gone. I felt really good while I was on the Candida cleanse. I really enjoyed the lemonade. It seemed to stabilize my metabolism. I've been able to work out longer and harder, and I actually enjoy my grandchildren more, and I'm more aware of the foods that I should be eating and the healthy things that make me feel more energetic. Usually before I came in, when I'd get home at night, I would just want to go to bed. And now I hate to see it get dark because there's so much that I want to accomplish.
We're with Patricia, and I'm just going to ask her about her nutritional program because she's been on a nutritional program since she's come in. So Patricia, how have you noticed that your nutrition has changed since you've come in and started our program?
Well, when I started, I was drinking about 12 Diet Pepsis a day, and currently I haven't had any for the last 6 days.
That's great.
Yeah,
so
it's
been difficult though?
It's been very difficult. The first couple, well, I kind of tried to stop drinking it and went to like 1 or 2 a day, and then started with the lemon juice. And since I started that, it's been 6 days with none at all.
Great. So that kind of replaced your
Diet Pepsi.
Oh,
yep.
Awesome, awesome. So what other have you noticed as far as, have you noticed any weight losses or inches?
I actually lost quite a bit of weight,
Oh,
lost
good.
a lot in my face, and my clothes are fitting a lot better, and
Great.
everybody's noticing and saying, hey, what are you doing? My boyfriend even noticed my bones are starting to stick out, so that's great.
That is good, good. How about as far as nutrition that you've been eating? Have you noticed you're eating a lot more whole foods or raw foods than you were before, or has your nutrition changed, or is it pretty much stayed the same since you started the program?
I don't eat fast food anymore, so
Good.
cut that out totally, and drinking the protein shake prior to the lemon juice really helped, and started eating fruits and vegetables and
Great.
chicken. And
Great. Any other health benefits that you've noticed?
well, I have rheumatoid arthritis,
Uh-huh.
and my joints aren't as swollen as much, and it doesn't
great.
hurt in the morning.
That's great.
Yeah,
Well, thanks, Patricia.
thanks.
My name is Yvette Reyes, and I was at the 12-week Candida program. It was like, sadly, I was never happy. I never felt good about myself. I tried everything that exists, any diet, every exercise, nothing would work. Well, I couldn't do a lot of stuff. I couldn't even sleep because my back hurt. I'm a soccer player. I couldn't run anymore. I couldn't breathe. My mom and my dad, they're diabetic, so I didn't want to get that so soon in my life, so I needed to do something before that. I was always tired, sleepy. Like I said, I couldn't play soccer the way I like it anymore. I was too heavy for that. I lost 40 pounds and I felt great. It was hard. It was hard at the beginning. It was not easy, but I enjoy every step of it. Now it's all different. I go to the store and I can buy whatever I want. I don't have to worry about my soccer games anymore because I know I'm in shape to do them. Everything. I mean, it was a life-changing. My kids are eating better. They're eating vegetables that they used to not do. My husband lost 10 pounds along with me just because we've been eating better. So everything, I have to be grateful about everything I've done in this program. Say, don't think about it. Let's get it done. It's a good thing.
And Did that? Sorry.
It's
We'll
good.
start it over.
Go ahead.
I'm John, and since I started coming here, I had.
Why'd you come here
When
in the
I
beginning?
started coming here, I was topping 200 pounds, and I was way overweight. I had low energy. I was on diabetes medications, 3 different diabetes medications, a blood pressure medication, and a cholesterol medication. And since going on the cleanse, I have dropped 22 pounds.
No, you were 207. Now you're 182. It's 25.
I've dropped 25 pounds, and my energy level is increased greatly. I'm on my last belt loop on my belt. I've got to punch a new hole or get a new belt, and I'm completely off all of my diabetes medications, not taking any medications anymore. And I'm checking my blood sugars daily, and they're normal, and they're good.
Okay. Would you recommend this to someone else?
Absolutely.
Thanks.
My name is Amanda Kirkham, and I came to this office seeking help for my health issues. I was overweight. I have a thyroid condition. I felt congested. It hurt to exercise. I would cut back on food and get no results, and I just felt like I was at the end of my rope and needed to find something other than just a regular diet to get some results. And I have found those. In 3 weeks, I have turned my health around. Mentally and physically, I went from not being able to walk any kind of distance without pain in my knee and my back to being able to walk 2 miles a night and wake up the next morning and not have knee pain. I can go to work and not have knee pain. My clothes are fit better. Just noticing a more positive outlook on things and able to deal with stress, and looking forward to continuing with the program and achieving my weight goal.
My name's Tiffany, and I started the program in February, and I started with a cleanse, and I lost 16 pounds on the cleanse, the 3-week cleanse. And then I've been on a low-protein diet since then, and I've lost 23 pounds total, and I feel great. I have lots of energy, and I just feel great.
Tell me your first name.
My name is Patty, and I started this program about a little over 2 months ago. And before, I was not sleeping very well. I'd get up several times in the night. I snored really bad. I was way overweight. I still am, but I'm losing weight. I've lost 22 pounds. And I was on a lot of medications. I was on 2 different cholesterol medications. I was on, I'm trying to think of the name of it, Celebrex for my arthritis. I don't take any of these anymore. Oh, also for blood pressure. And I couldn't go a day without Prilosec for heartburn. I do not have heartburn anymore. I enjoy what I eat. I have a lot of energy. I feel really good. I'm losing weight slowly, but it's coming off, and I feel really good about it. I'm glad that I don't have to take all the medications anymore. What else would you like to know?
Recommend this to anybody else?
I would. I would recommend this to everybody.
Cool.
That's a problem. I really would. It's been good. It's been a really good learning experience, and I want to be healthier, and they've helped me pick out the right kinds of foods and the things that you should stay away from, and stuff like that. So it's really helped me a lot to be healthier.
Hi, my name is Johnny Sue, and I am a nurse, so I know a lot about the physiological aspects of the body and a lot about health and nutrition. And since coming to Lighthouse Health, I lost 14 pounds and went down two dress sizes, 2 pant sizes. I feel really great, and I just feel healthy and energized.
My name is Annette, and I came in here in May, which has been about 5-6 months ago. At that time, I had diarrhea very bad, and I was very tired, exhausted, didn't feel very well, and I had gone to several medical doctors, and they kept telling me that I was fine, there was nothing wrong with me. And I found this place, actually my husband found this place on the internet. I was interested in when I saw the body types, and I could see myself there. So I made an appointment and came in, and since then I've done a couple of the cleanses, and at this point I no longer have diarrhea. I have the energy back, and I'm able to keep up with the demands of my daily life, which is very important to me because I am a very busy person.
How much weight?
As of right now, I've lost 14 pounds, and I'm down to the second size of my clothes. I was in a 14, and now I'm down into a 10, which is very nice, to keep bagging those clothes up and taking them to the Deseret Industries. And I am grateful that we have choices as far as medical goes, because it does make a difference. Another thing that I failed to mention is when I came in here, I was dealing with severe depression, and it was something that was very debilitating to me. And while I've been here and been going through the cleanses, I've gradually been able to go off of all of my antidepressants, and I have been off of them now for 3 months. And I've been taking the Liviplex supplement, and I find now that I'm dealing with life very well, and if anything, I'm feeling more happy than I remember feeling since I was a child.
Tell us about your busy month at work.
This last month at work is extremely draining on me because I have so many things going on at work, and this year I was able to deal with all of it and not get down like in other years. Usually by the time December comes, I crash, and I didn't do that this year.
My name is Ken. I've been doing the cleanse for 3 weeks. Before I started, I had gained quite a bit of weight. I was up to 245 pounds, very low energy, not feeling good. And started on the cleanse. The cleanse was very, very simple. Very, it went very well. I was not hungry at all, and that's what really surprised me. I thought that cutting down on the amount I was eating would really be hard. I've attempted some various diets in the past, and it just has never gone real well. With this one, my body did not crave foods. I felt full all the time. In fact, I kind of had to force feed myself, force myself to eat. And the amount of food, it was hard for me to even finish an apple. Anyway, went through the cleanse, not hungry, felt good. I actually had increased energy for most days. And that went very well. I was also impressed by that. I noticed that I wasn't losing a lot of muscle as I went through it. In fact, I've always been quite muscular, and I think things have really kind of toned up, and I haven't been lifting any weights. So that's been impressive. In total, I think I've lost about 18 pounds in the 3 weeks. And I stuck to the plan pretty well, although the timing of eating, I didn't follow it to the exact. I didn't eat an hour after every time I took a shake. And it's just due to my work schedule and just being busy. But all in all, I'm very pleased with the weight loss. I'm pleased with how I'm feeling. I probably lost a couple inches in the waist.
Your sugar.
My blood sugars. This is the other thing that was impressive is that I had to cut back where I am a diabetic. Been a diabetic since age 17. I cut back on the amount of insulin I was taking. Typically I take 20 units of the long-acting insulin per day. I cut that back to 12, and for each meal I was taking 3 to 5 units of regular insulin. Typically I take 18 to 20 for each meal. So I think that's also contributed to the weight loss. That's my own opinion. So that's been good. Another side bonus that I didn't even notice, but my wife mentioned, is that I don't snore anymore. That's been a good thing, and it was quite unexpected. Anyway, it's been a very simple program with good results.
Hello, my name is Dee. A year ago, my wife and I decided that we were going to get healthier. I weighed over 200 pounds at that time, and we found this system, and we started doing this in January. And after 6 months, I've lost 46 pounds. I feel great. I am off my blood pressure medicine, and I just had my physical yesterday, and my doctor said that if all of his patients would do what I'm doing, he would be out of business. I am also off of my blood pressure medicine, and my blood pressure was 110/80, which is the best it's been in a long time.
I'm Cindy. I was carrying around excess pounds. Instead of carrying 50 pounds now, I carry grandkids. I was in chronic pain due to a neck injury, had to have neck surgery, a fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, or chronic pain. Now I can run a 5K, I can join in Zumba classes, and chase my grandkids.
Initially we came here because Max had water warts and they wouldn't go away. And after probably 6 months at the dermatologist and trying experimental treatments and freezing them and beetle juice, nothing would work. And we came here, and in about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, they're gone. And also
just scars.
Yeah, he hasn't used his inhaler. His eczema has cleared up, and he has more energy. He is swimming better at swim lessons. Doesn't want to eat as much junk food. What else? He just feels better.
Can play better.
Yeah, he plays better, wants to be outside more.
Run outside in my bare feet.
Yeah. Just feels better.
Okay, thanks, Max.
I'm Brandy. I've lost over 36 pounds on this program. When I was 38 years old, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. For the last 4 years, I've been in pain. I've had no energy. And as a matter of fact, I never thought I would be out of pain again. Coming to this program, I have lost over 36 pounds. I have energy like I've never had, and I'm almost completely out of pain. I'm off all of my medications, and I can ride my bike up a hill, I can run, I can chase my dogs and my husband. If you're watching this and not only have weight to lose, but you're in pain for whatever reason, if you've been injured, if you have diabetes, or if you've been through what I have, you need to get in here as soon as possible. It will save your life, I promise.